got ourselves claws over for the team one. We got Cleo going to be first up yet again with Kiosko in the back on that survival hunter. Naze joins in for these deals. I like that mog. I look good, really purple. We got us a Strand here as well with Cleo going over Zarki. How many times is Zarki going to go first? My goodness. But I feel like Arhi has gone first almost every single time so far. Void Sword for Cleo, getting a bit of blasted damage towards Arhi. It's trying to go for a little bit of self-healing. As he got himself a double shield, I'm actually seeing the builds he's got going on. He got himself a lightning shield and an earth shield. Arhi trying to go maybe for a little bit of self-heal. Mind games on him. Back it up out of there for a second. As Cleo does have his shade attacking him for a second. Cleo does activate Vampiric Embrace. Going to be Ghostful joining as Arhi finally able to get himself a Maelstrom Fear onto the wolf, so at least he does deny him a little bit of damage output. Big incentives for Arhi, trying to see maybe if we can blast out Cleo. Wait, whenever you're sentencing, I'm not really seeing you using wind strikes. Are you wind striking? Or is it just not really showing up? LA blasted that siphon, which I think has a lot more health than it normally does. Actually, has quite a bit of health, so it's actually worth like damaging down, like focusing down for a second. That's good, trying to go for a little bit of self-heal. Versus Arhi, stunned her with the stun. Big yellow blast doesn't go for dispersions, doesn't want to see if they can get blasted out by Arhi. Wants to wait out in case there's a potential one-shot coming up from the shaman out of left field. Wants to make sure they're nice, self and secure. Trying to go for a bit of mind games versus Arhi. What we're trying to do just now, you had like a big like coalescing effect around you. Was that the Ascension? Maybe he's playing Ascension. Like Dark Ascension instead of Void Eruption. Potentially. I guess we'll find out in a bit here. Arhi blasted out Cleo. Full damage to Cleo. Actually in a bit of trouble. Trying to go for a bit of a siphon. Flash heal. Maybe looking to get a trip on a Holy. Trying to use Shadowlands and Flash of Light to try to see if he can maintain themselves as best as possible. May need to go for another big defensive. Got himself Vampiric Embrace. Silence on Arhi. If they can go for a bit of damage, then maybe okay. Silence actually stops Arhi from interrupting for a second, but does trick it for it. Clip patch to try to see if we can get some damage in. Flash shields back to back. Can't really be stopped. Stun totem next to him. Try to see if we can take down the other totem right next to him. I think it's a mind games or a grounding totem potentially. Arhi trying to see if we can root Cleo down in place. Trying to get some damage in. Is going to get some healing towards Cleo. Blasted those shields fairly quickly. Big power word infusion. Power infusion for Cleo. And Arhi trying to see if he can fight through the Shadow Priest burst here. And this is going to be a Void Eruption. Taken out fairly quickly. And Cleo trying to go for a Fear Siphon to follow. Lead by Arhi. Does Cleo have anything to follow? We're going to be big Ellie Blast into that Siphon, taking it out very quickly. As Cleo got himself a bit of damage. Sounds like Arhi maybe in a bit of trouble. Does he have a wall for this? So he doesn't. Does he have any survivability, any healing? Interrupting Cleo on Shadow. Cleo is going for a bit of flash heal with some mind games to follow. Arhi maybe in a bit of trouble here. They're trying to see if he can escape. It's going to be maybe VT on top of it. It looks like Arhi may have been able to escape scot-free for a second as he got some dots burning on him. This slow into Cleo is going to give him quite a bit of advantage since Shadow Priest don't have a lot of mobility options really, unless they go for Fade. But the first Fade actually could be pretty big. Void Torrent, Sunder into a stun. Does Arhi have the damage to turn this around? He's getting kind of low on health. Big Ellen Blast into Cleo, but looks like he survived it. Interrupt him on Shadow. Cleo is going to go for a Vampiric Embrace, trying to give himself a little bit of survivability here with Mind Games to follow. Arhi is going to have a lot of this damage going to heal Cleo instead, unless he might have actually used the grounding totem there for the Mind Games. I feel like that actually was a grounding totem for mind games. Leaping over to the Siphon, trying to see if he can take it out as Cleo just continuing to mind play Arhi. More DPs to follow. Might be in a bit of trouble, and Arhi does go down with the execute at the very end. Shadow or Death consuming the boy, taking him out. Is it going to be Key next? It looks like it is potentially Key. Leaping in over with the Metamorphosis immediately. Darkness as soon as he sees Cleo. Cleo trying to see maybe we can get some dots onto Key while he got Blur active. It's going to be a Fell Barrage in terms of zone. Actually looked like Fell Barrage is doing a bit of damn. Because I mentioned to Key, like, I don't know if that's going to be good for single target. That's generally AoE ability. But I don't know if it'll be good. Key going up in the air, got himself plenty of range. Cleo is going to take advantage of it because now Key is a bit of a sitting duck. But looks like the damage of those Fell Barrages is overpowering Cleo. That bombardment from above, that airstrike. You just slide right through. I feel like you just slid really bad, and it's going to be able to backflip, but with a Shadow or Death, the Shadow Priest consumes yet another poor soul, taking them out of the game with Filippo going to be up next. Just watch the Demon Hunter go down. Just watch Arhi fight and struggle and actually lose to Cleo, because the Shadow Priest actually got quite a bit of value to them. Trinket out of fear. Cleo, do you have a stun potentially? Has a Disperse if needs to. Looks like Filippo just trying to see if he can max out damage. Silence into Cleo, and they're going to go for Disperse as the silence comes out. Silent Sigil is actually kind of big for Demon Hunters. Gonna definitely give him a lot of CC to follow. That's gonna be a mind game to the Filippo. Do they continue with the damage though? Cannot really dispel themselves, I don't think. Wait, yes they can. They actually, I think, reversed it. Reverse magic onto Cleo, so I think he put mind games on him instead. Void Torrent, does he have an interrupt? He does. Cleo may be in a bit of trouble. Trying to go for as much self-healing as he can. No interrupt for Filippo. Can't stop these flash heals. Interfere to follow. Does Cleo have any value damage afterwards? Do they have any burst, any more CC for Filippo? They may be in a pretty good spot. Mindbender on him, but the Demon Hunter leaps right in, trying to see if he can cut right through Cleo and is able to blade dance right through them. Surviving it just fine, with Strand going to be up next. Sending out the pet immediately. And is Strand playing the... I'm trying to figure out what build you're playing. The fact that you can stun and kill Command while in stealth is kind of cheesy, by the way. The fact that your pet can just stay in and you are just in camo is really, really cheesy. Trying to see if he gets some dots onto Filippo as he hunts him down immediately, trying to see if he catches up as much heal as he can. It's going to have a demon spawning in so he can slay that demon anytime he wants. A dust blade, getting a massive heal from the leech, but also consuming the demon's soul. I was thinking for a second you were going to get frozen in a funky animation, because sometimes Demon Hunters do get frozen like that. Quick harpoon onto Filippo as it charge right in, putting him in place for a second. Strand trying to see if he can back up out of there. Flank and strike, reach him back towards Filippo, but looking like he really wants to back up out of there. Does not have any more defenses. Status shot for a second, regenerating, but looks like he does go down. Oh no. I think it's going to be Naze next. It is going to be Naze. It's going to be up to Filippo, trying to see if he can maybe take down the rest of Team 1. Can he do it though? Big blade dance on the Naze immediately after a stun. As the pet goes in for a Fell Storm. That's going to be a Fell Lord join in. That thing has quite a bit of health. Tyrant join into with the Obelisk. Filippo may be in a bit of trouble. Darkness coming down. Does he have any survivability here? Still getting knocked down by the big Fell Lord. Stun on all the pets as well as the Warlock. Trying to see if he can chop maybe a little bit of healing. Continue to blast out the pets, but that's going to be Tyrant and all these pets just ramping up on him. Dust of a blur. It looks like he's going to try to see if he can back up out of there for a second. Trying to see if maybe charge out. Eye Beam does activate Metamorphosis for a second. Getting interrupted on it though. Has himself potentially a bit of leech. Needs himself another Metamorphosis proc if he can get it. Meta to follow. Full on meta. Trying to see if he can charge out towards Naze with the Eye Beam right after. That's going to be Demon spawning in. Killing it. Grabbing a lot of healing. Naze got up all that health in a single Warlock Healthstone. As they dipped super low. Filippo trying to see if he can take it down. Hunt getting hit with an axe toss. Naze is bleeding out right now with a dot. Actually, quite a lot of damage to follow. It looks like Filippo just killed him with dots. Demon Hunters is now a dot-based class style. What am I trying to say? A dot-based play style. I guess class style works too, right? That shock went to Filippo. Got himself another demon spawning in. Super lucky. Gonna break him out of that freezing trap. That is so perfect. And he also consumes the soul. Kills it. Gets that leech benefit. Slays it. Takes its soul. Which is so perfect for the guy right now. But Filippo try to see if he can charge out towards Kiosko. Stuns him right after. Ferraro rushing towards him. And Kiosko with the turtle shell. Just try to see if he can maybe get himself a little bit of a resetty. That's Filippo just waiting now. Trying to see maybe he can charge around the corner. Grenades. Glaze being thrown in. Kiosk is bleeding out right now. Does have a scatter onto Filippo, but maybe in a bit of trouble. Demon Hunter does just ends up taking him out. Just like that. Filippo the DH? Wait, Demon Hunter actually really good in duels now. Survivability? Definitely a lot of damage. Dot damage on top of it too. And quite a bit of survivability, just enough in order to make it work. Oh my goodness. Let's go, boys.